Good evening and welcome to a summary of the news. A royal decree was issued accepting the resignation of the following ministers as of June 14, 2017. Minister of Social Development Wajih Hazaiza, Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources Ibrahim Saif, and Minister of Transport Hussein Al-Soub. His Majesty the King chaired a meeting to discuss the government's action plan to encourage investment and develop the business environment. During the meeting attended by Prime Minister Hani Molqi and representatives of a number of sectors contributing to employment and economic growth, King Abdullah said, "We cannot move 2 steps forward and 1 step backward to improve the business environment." He urged all business institutions to work in harmony to provide better services, stressing the need to boost cooperation between the public and private sectors. His Majesty also warned there will be zero tolerance to anyone trying to hamper the program that stimulates economic growth and investment. The Syrian army has made a sudden advance against Daesh terrorists in the area north of the Syrian capital in Raqqa. The Syrian Democratic Forces held Tabqa northeast of the advances the army was reported to have made yesterday. UN war crimes investigators said the assault on Raqqa killed at least 300 civilians.
We note in particular that the intensification of airstrikes, which have paved the ground for an SDF advance in Raqqa, has resulted not only staggering loss of civilian life, but has also led to 160,000 civilians fleeing their homes and becoming internally displaced.
Lebanon is to hold long-delayed elections in May 2018 after the cabinet approved a new law for a legislative vote that has spared the country a major political crisis. The new law will extend Parliament's term by almost a year until next May, avoiding a legislative vacuum when the Chamber's current term ends on June 20th. Elections are likely to take place on May 6 next year, and Parliament could extend its term until May 20. Iraqi forces repelled a major counter-attack by Daesh terrorists at dawn in a district south of the old city of MOSUL, the remaining enclave in the city. A police commander said dozens of the militants were killed in the operations. Residents said Daesh seized a number of blocks in the Danadan district of the city before being driven out in fierce clashes. Iraqi forces yesterday announced the capture of Zanjili, a district just north of the city's historic center. Egypt's parliament backed plans to hand over 2 uninhabited Red Sea islands to Saudi Arabia under an agreement that has attracted widespread public criticism. The House Committee of Defense and National Security unanimously backed the plan earlier and referred it to the House for a final vote. A majority approved it less than 4 hours later. U.S. President Donald Trump said the suspected gunman who opened fire on Republican lawmakers had died from injuries he received during the shooting. A senior U.S. official named the gunman as James Hodgkinson from St. Louis. Earlier, the gunman opened fire on Republican U.S. lawmakers at a charity baseball game near Washington. Senior Republican leader Steve Scalise was shot in the hip and 5 people were transported medically from the scene. 2 of the wounded were policemen who engaged the shooter in a gunfight. Fire engulfed a 24-story block of flats in central London, killing 12 people and injuring 74 others in an inferno that trapped residents as they slept. More than 200 firefighters, backed up by 40 fire engines, fought for hours trying to control the blaze. The cause of the inferno, which left the tower block a charred, smoking shell, was not immediately known. According to a communique issued by Prime Minister Hani Molqi, all ministers, public departments and institutions will observe a holiday from Sunday, June 25 until Wednesday, June 28 on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan. And finally, moderate conditions tonight with light winds. Tomorrow, a slight drop in temperature is expected, with temperatures in Amman reaching 30 degrees high with moderate to brisk winds. The Gulf Aqaba can expect a warm night and a relatively hot day tomorrow with a high of 37 degrees, light to brisk winds and choppy seas. And that was the summary of the latest news. I'm Leo Balkar. Thank you for joining us.